Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today is gonna be one of those videos about some more interesting, perhaps slightly bonkers interactions. And we actually have a couple of champions that both go absolutely mental versus a specific node. So as we all know, Galan gains planetary mass whenever opponents gain armor ups or armor up effects throughout the fight. So that is like one of the ways how you can ramp up Galan extremely quickly. But there's another champion that does benefit a ton whenever opponent gains their armor ups, and that is Sersi. So gain a transmutation buff when an armor up is triggered on either champion or when inflicted with a special lock. And it just so happens that this month we have a perfect place where to showcase how bonkers it can be and how bonkers it can look like. And that is in Cav EQ Cosmic Quest, so that's Quest 1.2. But this works everywhere in the game, wherever you see Pessimist node. Pessimist node is quite old node, I think even present to as long as Act 4. Definitely in Act 5, somewhere we have seen this node. But it is quite an old one, and it is coded in also quite an interesting way. You see, the Pessimist node on its surface just states that gains Fury, Armor Up, and Health Steal as long as they remain above 75% HP. They imply that the defender gains all of that, right? So as long as the defender is above 75% HP, they have Armor Up, Fury, and Health Steal. What they don't really tell you with this description is that the node is coded to check the defender's health every second or every 2 seconds and effectively reapply those effects. So for all intents and purposes, when you are using Galan or when you are using Sersi, some fun things start to happen. Now keep in mind, Mr. Sinister has quite a large health pool, but I'll show it how regular fights look like. Here we can see that he's getting planetary mass just by doing nothing. I could be standing. As he's standing, every second he's gaining 50 planetary mass. And I'm going to throw my level 1 there. I probably should, well, I should have just thrown my heavy attack first, but here you can see you're at 999 planetary mass pretty much immediately. And obviously, that is going to be a way how to absolutely nuke the opponents. I didn't do this first initial fight kind of like immediately perfectly, and also given the fact that Mr. Sinister has one of the 15 biggest health pools in the game, he barely does survive this one. Vast majority of the opponents, or all other opponents on this path, would not survive this level 1 basically. And only thing you have to do with Galan is basically drop a heavy attack and build up to level 1, and opponents are going to be dead. But obviously this node, this quest now also has the benefit for the Cosmic Champions and the interaction with Cosmic Champions whenever they gain the Fury buffs in order, well, they also gain the aptitudes to make those Furies dapper. So here we can see that Sersi just continuously keeps gaining transmutation buffs because the game effectively counts Pessimist node as them activating an armor up every single second. So what happens once you reach level 2 is something like this. and that is it. So you can do that with Sersi here now. Again, let's go on to the next fight. It's going to be effectively the same story. Again, this is happening specifically because the way Pessimist node is coded counts all of these well, passives as an each unique passive activated every second, because the Pessimist checks your champion's health every second, and that's a casual 257k crit there with Sersi. So yeah, it is a lot of fun. The cool thing is that you can also find Pessimist nodes in incursions and a handful of other places. So let's go in one more time here with Sersi. And the reason why I let them hit me from the beginning of the fight is just so I get level 2 faster. You can obviously just build up to level 2 yourselves, and it's perfectly fine. But with Awakened Sersi, you know, you can kind of just get hit in the face in order to gain power slightly quicker. But as long as you get 15 transmutations, which is the max amount of Furies that you can get, obviously the fights will be over. 244k there on level 2. Quite neat. Again, you don't have to get hit in the face on purpose. I'm just saying, it's an option to be faster. And let's check it out again against Deadpool X-Force there. So this time around, we're going to pull out the Galan. And again, Mr. Sinister didn't get KO'd with a single level 1 only because he has like a massive health pool. But against the rest of the champions, again, you just need to build up to level 1. You can see that your planetary mass is consistently growing. You drop that heavy attack, and then you just drop your level 1, and the fight is over. 173k detonation damage. Quite sweet, I suspect. And here we're going to go up against the Storm for the final fight on this lane. And it's going to be the same story there with Galan. You just build up to that level 1. You can actually pretty much drop a heavy attack immediately now at this point, because you could still be building up to level 1. I just realized that afterwards you could have dropped, heavy at any point here, but your planetary mass just keeps climbing as long as they are above 75%. You immediately throw level 1, and the fight is over. So, as I was talking away here, obviously this entire clip that I just showed to you guys lasted like 4 minutes in order to clear the entire lane. Obviously, when it comes to clearing Cav EQ 1.2, I doubt that many people are having issues. However, having the knowledge that this is going to be the champion interaction whenever you see a pessimist node can be very, very helpful, because as I said before, we occasionally see pessimists, you know, scattered throughout all of the story content. We see pessimist nodes popping up in incursions at times. I do believe that pessimist node as such is also present in some of the Alliance quest maps. I think there's a pessimist lane in map 6, most likely. So as soon as you see a pessimist node, you should be thinking Sersi and Galan would have quite a lot of fun with it. And that is because they absolutely would. But that's pretty much it. There's no point in stretching this out. I hope you guys liked the video, found it somewhat informative and or entertaining, and go and try it out for yourselves. Have a bit of fun. See you later. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about